Why do some people seem to effortlessly exercise, read, eat well, and build businesses, while others set the exact same goals and give up within 2 weeks? It's not genetics, it's not motivation, it's not even discipline. The people who actually change their lives aren't trying harder than you. They've just built better systems. That's the central idea behind Atomic Habits, one of the most read self-improvement books of the last decade. Written by James Clear, it makes one bold argument. Goals are overrated. Goals don't separate winners from losers. Systems do. Because here's the thing. If you set a goal to run a marathon and then do nothing differently day to day, the goal means nothing. But if you build a system where running is just what you do on Tuesday mornings, the marathon becomes almost inevitable. This book is about how to build those systems, not through massive life overhauls, through tiny atomic changes that compound into something extraordinary. Let's break it down. Here's the most mind-bending idea in the whole book. And it's a math problem. If you get 1% better at something every single day for a year, how much better do you get? Your instinct might say something like 37%. The actual answer is 37 times better. 1% compounded daily for 365 days equals a 37 times improvement. Now flip it. Get 1% worse every day? You drop to nearly zero. That's the power, and the danger, of small habits. We dismiss tiny actions because the results aren't immediate. You go to the gym once, and you don't look different. You read for 10 minutes, and you don't feel smarter. So we stop. But that's not how compounding works. It works invisibly, underground, for a long time, and then it erupts. James Clear calls this the plateau of latent potential. You're doing the work. Nothing seems to be changing. Then suddenly, everything changes. The problem isn't that habits don't work. It's that we quit during the phase where they're working hardest. We just can't see it yet. Small is not weak. Small is how everything big gets built. So how does a habit actually form? James Clear breaks it into 4 stages. Cue, craving, response, reward. Every single habit you have, good or bad, runs on this exact loop. The cue is a trigger. Your phone lights up. That's a cue. You walk into the kitchen. That's a cue. The craving is what the cue makes you want. Not the phone itself, but the feeling of connection, distraction, stimulation. You don't crave the action. You crave what the action delivers. The response is the actual habit. You pick up the phone. You open the fridge. And the reward is what you get. Relief, pleasure, comfort, which teaches your brain to run the loop again next time. Here's why this matters. If you want to build a new habit, you design the loop intentionally. Make the cue obvious. Make the craving attractive. Make the response easy. Make the reward satisfying. Want to break a bad habit? Flip it. Make the cue invisible. The craving unattractive. The response hard. The reward unsatisfying. Every habit intervention in the book is just manipulating one of these 4 levers. That's the whole system. Now here's the idea that makes everything else click. And it's probably the most important thing in the entire book. Most people try to change their habits by focusing on outcomes. I want to lose 20 pounds. I want to write a book. But James Clear argues the most durable change comes from shifting your identity, who you believe you are. Here's the difference. Outcome-based, I want to run a marathon. Identity-based, I am a runner. Outcome-based, I'm trying to quit smoking. Identity-based, I don't smoke. I'm not that kind of person. The words feel small. The effect is massive. Because every action you take is a vote for the kind of person you believe yourself to be. Go for a run. That's a vote for being a runner. Write one sentence. That's a vote for being a writer. Skip the cigarette. That's a vote for being someone who doesn't need it. Over time, those votes stack up. And your habits stop being things you do. They become expressions of who you are. That's when they stop feeling like effort. That's when they stick. The goal isn't to achieve something, the goal is to become someone. So here's the full picture. Tiny habits compound into massive results, but only if you stay in the game long enough for them to surface. Every habit runs on a four-stage loop you can design or disrupt on purpose. And the deepest lever isn't what you do, it's who you believe you are. That's Atomic Habits in 5 minutes. If you want to go deeper, read the book. It's genuinely worth it. And if this gave you a new way to think about why some changes actually stick and others don't, subscribe to Veltrix. Every week we break down big ideas from science, psychology, and technology in plain language. No fluff. Just the stuff that changes how you think. Subscribe and join us. See you next time.